Ahoy there! Happy New Year! Hope you're doing well. Excuse my French Canadian, but look at this crap. Oh yes, because it was totally about immigration and verifying who has the right to work there. Now let's just dive right in, all the way to assigning newborns a digital ID at birth. That's right, digital slavery from the cradle to the grave. Their beautiful private family moment, yet another aspect of our personal lives, further defiled by even more overreach from these satanic globalist twats. New human life carrying a beautiful, innocent soul, stamped with some kind of damned eBay or Amazon parcel tracking number. Many of us often express our gratitude for not having had the first half of our lives plastered all over the internet. So what chance will they have? Once they grow up and if they realise the importance of privacy, which you are not a criminal for wanting, let's normalise privacy. You don't have to be doing anything illegal to desire such a thing. Once these newborns grow up, they're already stuck on this one, like someone else's game save file. Insane extra hard difficulty right off the bat. No easy mode, no tutorial. Bit of a sidetrack, but people now preferring to do everything on the smart device, on the mobile phone, instead of a PC, instead of even a laptop, instead of a desktop computer. I'd like to consume my media on a nice big computer screen. Is that not more enjoyable? Rather than staring at the tiny little thing? Assigning newborns digital ID from birth. Notice the choice of vocabulary that these puppet parasites, yes, those very same puppet parasites and propaganda arms that sold the genetically modifying magic potion to a global population as safe and effective. They're framing this next part of the agenda as sinister and controversial. And of course, as always, they will provide the opposition for us. Just to help let off a bit of steam. Ooh, they don't want to purchase the bridge we're trying to sell them. Let's try and act for a moment like we're trying to report some hard-hitting truths. Yes, this is very sinister what they're trying to do. Yes, it is in fact very sinister, nay, evil. As always, they will tell you exactly what they're doing, one way or another. Immigration and right to work could not have been any more of an obvious lie. Much like Australia's sickeningly sweet, sugar-coated euphemism, let them be kids, i.e. the so-called social media ban. This is Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, the WHO and UN documented plan. Remember a couple of years ago when enough opposition grew in order to stifle their first test run at implementing the Jabby Jab passport? Well, of course they didn't simply give up and discard the whole project. Very beautiful hot sunny day out in the forest today. Don't forget to get out there and reconnect with nature. It's one of the most healthiest things you can do. Of course, I'm not a paleontologist or a marine biologist. In fact, I'm not even a molecular virologist. So, maybe bushwalking amongst beautiful scenery and hiking, mountain climbing, maybe it's the cause of some serious disease or something, and yeah, you better go just consult the experts. Trust the experts, guys. You all saw how well that went. Anyway, yes, they didn't simply discard the entire project for the passport. Some stupid Satanist globalist twat yelling out, "Hey, where's Jenny from reception?" In some stupid secret underground bunker, secret HQ, whatever. "It was Jenny, tell her to blow up the Georgia Guidestones." "Yeah, I think we left it written there outside for long enough. Yeah, knock it down." And so here they are. Social media ban, digital ID, right to work verification, etc, etc, etc. From birth to death. Complete records of each and every concoction injected into the poor innocent human beings. An incomplete shot schedule will restrict their ability to travel overseas. In fact, most other aspects of life will also be restricted. "Oh yeah, nah mate, that'll never happen in my lifetime. Yeah, nah." Okay. Certificate of Vaccination ID 19. COVID 19. Is 19 the year it started? Let's change the numbers to letters. So if 1 is A, 2 is B, 9 would be I. Certificate of Vaccination Identity AI. It's important to understand that this whole digital ID thing, it's still the same agenda. This part could very well be the final nail in the coffin It's key to the total implementation of all of their dystopian plans. This is the infrastructure for the one world system being laid out. This system is of their father, the devil. Thus, it is inevitable that the full potential of this satanic system will come to fruition in the future. Okay, so if that's the case, well, some might say, oh, if this tinfoil hat one world government beast system you lunatics keep ranting on about cannot be stopped, well, then what's the point of doing anything? I'll just go along to get along. I'll jump through whatever hoop they place in front of me in order to maintain my current comfortable lifestyle. I have not purchased anything. I am financing my entire life by subscription. Therefore, I cannot possibly afford to lose this job under any circumstances, lest I lose all of the things that I do not own. Subscription handcuffs, incarcerated by convenience. So why bother trying to swim against the inevitable current of digital enslavement? Because we are all blessed with free will. And life is a test of how we use said free will. Yes, of course, whenever our opposition grows strong enough, they back down, they lie temporarily dormant, until they attack again from a different angle. Just say hypothetically, after death we're all sitting in a waiting room, filling out a little pamphlet, little spiritual warfare quiz, hand in before we're directed to go either upstairs or downstairs. Writing down answers like, oh, adopted learned helplessness, reported by neighbours for not following tyrannical orders, succumbed to fear, I prioritised my materialistic comforts, I did not speak the truth to those who needed to hear it when I possessed knowledge of such, was too impatient to lead by example and take the more narrow, difficult path. And yes, this does extend all the way to very simple, mundane things in life, like refusing to use the self-service checkout, by the way. Are you going up or down? Okay, this all might sound rather doomy and gloomy, Debbie Downer, why so negative? Actually, I'm very positive that we have already won. There is, in fact, very good news, and God wins in the end. Satan gets to play with his little beast system on Earth for a time, and unfortunately, some will take his mark. This mark, by the way, is the final version of this digital system, and you do not want to take that one, because that one's, it's permanent. Not until one particular version of a piece of software expires type permanent. I mean eternity permanent. Eternal permanence. Bye-bye. Say your flippin' nut up. Hence why we are trying to warn people during these early test runs now. Spoiler alert for the future, revelation. Pathetic New World Order inevitably fails, crumbles to ash, crushed under our feet at Armageddon. Eternity belongs to us. Oh, well, okay, alright, you raving lunatic. What can we do with this? What can we do with this supposed free will you say we have? Say no. Do not comply with satanic tyranny. Take the longer, difficult route. What about a few uncomfortable moments compared to eternity? Hey, if you're around for the Mark of the Beast and you want to take it, or is it the left hand or the forehead? Yeah, you should get the mark stamped on your big forehead, so you can headbutt the FPOS machine whenever you purchase stuff. I pay with cash, but notice how people's cards and phones often don't work, and so they need to tap it a couple extra times till it successfully processes. And the fools who take the mark, they'll have to keep headbutting the FPOS machine. Dunk, dunk. Like keep hitting it harder and harder, and it'll be like the humiliation ritual they deserve for complying with Satan's tyranny. That's a bit harsh. Hey, maybe you don't believe in a glorious eternity and you're convinced that you'll simply rot in the ground, consciousness annihilated, a decomposed meat sack with no soul. That is a far more miserable, depressing attitude than what I could ever muster. But hey, free will. I respect your choice to believe as such. That is your free will. Fill your boots. Enjoy, Mr. Sir. Yeah, that's why I could never bring myself to be one of these satanic globalist puppets were I given the opportunity. Like trying to trample over humanity's free will like a police horse at a peaceful Canadian protest against mandatory poison. Thinking I'll be free of any consequences for crimes against humanity because I publicly, albeit quietly, announced my evil plans in like a Rockefeller white paper a decade prior or something of the like. It's usually some nonsense like that. Oh, we informed you exactly of what we were going to do, so if you complied, then womp womp, too bad, your fault, we're off the hook, bye-bye. Been seeing any arrests lately for the last 5 years? Nope. So take a moment to remember what you did before the stupid smartphone. It's okay to feel uncomfortable sometimes. And another important thing to do is go and enjoy God's beautiful creation, reconnect with nature. Sure, hiking can be the hard workout, climbing mountains can be dangerous, but you'll be living. You'll know what it feels like to be alive. Don't go caving or tree soloing. Maybe a hot take, but I'm of the opinion that those so-called hobbies are incredibly stupid and selfish, objectively speaking. But anyway, I'm sure you get the point. But anyway, hey, I pray that all of you have a wonderful year. Bring on 2026. Feel something coming. Even if I'm unable to articulate exactly what it is, I'm sure many of you can also sense something. Are they going to bring in Scamdemic 2.0 this year? Obviously that's why they need us locked out of the internet, or at least at the bare minimum have all of our government issued IDs linked to every single activity we do online. That's how we managed to get that temporary hold placed on the Jibby Jab passport, because we were able to communicate with each other. I don't think they like that very much. They learnt a lot from their test run. But hey, bring it on. God wins in the end. We are humans with free will. Say no to what you know is unjust. Anyway, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my peaceful little walk. See you later. God bless.